up, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another subreddit video, and today we are on one of your guys' fan favorites of r/badwomensanatomy. If you guys didn't know, this Reddit is similar and akin to Not How Girls Work, but it's much more chaotic and much more straightforward on just terrible bad women's anatomy posts. So I'm excited to dive into this with you guys. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe and notification bell. Help me towards my goal of 20,000 subscribers. Also, we have been doing live streams 1 to 3 times a week. If you guys are interested in joining the live stream, I post times on the Discord. It's gonna be the link in the description box. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into bad women's anatomy. So this one says, as seen on Quora, and we have 6 girls and their weights: 35 kg, 40 kg, 50 kg, 60 kg, 70 kg, 90 kg. That's so inaccurate. Also, like, muscle mass would just destroy all of this. This is so, who put this on Quora? Are they a dummy? That is like terribly inaccurate representations of weight. Honestly, this would be better if there was body fat percentiles. Weight does not dictate what you look like for, say, most of the time. My daughter is 100 and yeah, also height is a factor too. I forgot about that. If you're taller, you're just gonna naturally weigh more. My daughter is 139 centimeters tall and 34 kg. She's also 9 years old. If the model on the left is 39 kg, it's because she had her legs cut off in midway. So true. All right, this next one's title, I cannot read. It says, quote unquote, being the fruit or grapes is like drinking a glass of water. All right, we have the original post title being because my breasts and back hurt and I don't want them touched. I never understood how people, especially women, just refuse or don't want to cuddle. What? What do you mean you never understood? What the hell do you... Guys can refuse cuddling too. Whoa. They somehow believe that or cuddling is unnatural. What woman doesn't believe it's not natural? It's just they don't want to do it with certain people because they suck. What? It's like saying you don't want food to go into your mouth and that the act of chewing is too much to bear or something. Okay, if we're gonna do the food comparison, let's talk about it like this. Let's say there are a bunch of foods in this world that you absolutely hate or are allergic to. Are you gonna want to put that in your mouth? No, dumbass. God. People are fucking idiots. She literally can lay on her back, use some wow, and then go to sleep. What? There's nothing more to be done there, literally. And the guy will last all but 3 to 5 minutes. Brother, if you're only lasting 3 to 5 minutes, man. I know there's guys out there like that. I feel bad. I honestly feel bad. And with protection, no difference from us using or from them using no, there's a lot different. If a woman uses an inanimate object to enjoy their free time, then yeah, they don't have to deal with the fear of like a crazy person, like lots of things. What are you talking about? Object going into a blank that it's meant to go in. Oh my God. Women can have zero attachment, barely even feel their quote unquote small eggplant, and then can go right back to watching a movie. Like, how are y'all pretending like a natural blank hole where a eggplant is supposed to be and equals such a torturous act? Brother, are you serious right now? You're literally saying the fruit's grape is like supposed to be okay. You know what's crazy? I feel like if homeboy here just got an experience of a big dude, like huge, in prison. We'll even throw in the prison scenario, right? Then maybe is it different? Maybe would you? Oh, but what if you? It's unnatural? Who says who? Says who? Huh? Maybe it's natural to them. I don't know. This is so stupid. This is such a stupid way of thinking. This honestly is pissing me off. It's no different than drinking a glass of water. Okay, if it's no different than that, then why don't you try it? Even if you're not really thirsty at all, it won't kill you. It can, some ways. I mean, very rare, but it could. I mean, beyond just the actual act, but I don't even want to entertain this. All right, this one says, what is even going on here? We have a picture on what it seems like Walmart's website app, and it says the brand is in a high-waisted cargo pants for women, straight fashion, wide leg streetwear. Brother, what in the Photoshop? No woman is built like this. I mean, maybe actually if you're tiny and you have a mega ultra BBL, then possibly, but No one's built like this naturally. It's definitely Photoshopped, I feel like. Their waist is way too small for this to happen. This is true bad women's anatomy right here. All right, this one says, just hold it in. Okay. The pressure was built up in her, organs, and she knew her blank or her dot has arrived. This is a Facebook post, by the way. Oh, they're like writing a whole like story. Looking around class, everyone was focused on their work, and Mr. Johnson was flipping through his newspaper. She raised her hand and looked up and it said, I need to use the restroom. Mr. Johnson squinted. Hold it. She slunk back into her seat and clenched her pelvic muscles to stop the flow of her organs. Well, that's the thing. If a guy teacher doesn't understand that women have things, especially in like middle school, high school, like, come on, brother. Like, that's just, the guy is an idiot. Like, no women's anatomy education and stuff. She slunk back in her seat, blah, blah, blah. 10 minutes passed. However, the pressure was mounting. She did a good job holding it for the time, but it was becoming a desperate situation. She raised her hand again, and Mr. Johnson misogynistically sighed. What? Misogynistically sighed is such a funny, like, way to say that you said something. I really need to go to the bathroom. Fine, but you get an F for female. What? Who wrote this? She frowned but had no choice. She made a mad dash to the bathroom, breaking her heels along the way. Why is she wearing heels in school? Which flattened her shoes enough to gain more speed as she ran towards the bathroom. Her heaving ample... This is men's writing women, for sure. Her heaving ample melons filled with milk. She's in high school. What? Or maybe not even high school. What are we talking about? Bounced and sloshed back and forth in her bra. Thankfully, she made it in time before her wombs made an explosion. She inspected her pants in the stalls and sighed in relief. Thank you, Kegels. She pushed and peed. What? Into the toilet, making it look like a blank scene all over the porcelain walls. Now, to plug herself up, she pulled a tamp from her purse and opened the packet. What the hell did I even just read, brother? Who wrote that? That's gotta be a guy, right? Because, like, what? All right, this next one's wild. Famously converted and now totally hetero, right-wing pundit Milo Yiannopoulos, so I'm guessing Greek origins, shared his thoughts on lady parts. Oh, brother, dude, if you're a guy and you're sharing your take on lady parts, understand that you probably won't fully ever understand it. Just like women, like guy parts. All right, so Milo here tweets. So this is a politician, okay? Says, I'm not saying I won't get there, but the woman part is an organ of cosmic horror. And tell me you're gay without telling me. A sweet, pretty, slender young girl. Ew. Brother, what the hell kind of choice of words are you using? A sweet, pretty, slender young girl hides something Lovecraftian between her, hot, hungry, oddly askew. Who is this guy? Ew! In a world of seahorses and peacocks and delicate moths, our Lord gave her a viper's open jaws. Brother, if you think a woman's thing... Who are you with? Are you with Megan Fox in that one movie about like the one that eats it? Like what? Or maybe he's actually an incel and has never had any coitus or cuddling. Because if he's never cuddled a girl, then this makes more sense. But if you've cuddled a girl, I have never ever thought of a woman's parts as a viper's open jaws. Brother, what is going on? Then now we have egregious. How powerful is this team? And it's all the women in DC. Not all, but some of the women in DC. And it is pretty insane that the golden age of comics was very, very fan servicey. Even comics today. They've gotten better, but still very fan servicey. Dare me to follow the link? So someone on Facebook says, the legs of a woman can say as it is their private. What? What are we even talking about? Like the way that they tinkle? What are you? What is this? Also, who is built like this? I mean, I'm sure there's some people built like this. This is so weird. That's weird. Woman can't fully extend their arms. Duh. All right, let's read this one. Hopefully this helps whoever may need it. How to spot a deep fake and then Tranny. All right. The angle formed between their upper arm, the humerus, and forearm, the ulna or radius, when the arm is extended and supinated. A male is straight-armed, a woman is angled arm. What? On average, women tend to have a larger carrying angle compared to men. What the hell kind of logic is this? On average? What the fuck does that even mean? If my arms are like this, do you mean like they hold purses? Like, what are you talking about? Also, a gay guy's arms can be like that if they're holding a purse. Or a straight guy. I've held a purse before. Not like my purse, but, you know, like still. What? If her lower arm is straight and not sort of flared out like an L shape, that means that you got a BF dude. Be safe, Kings. Your boy Rich. What are you on? This gotta be the dumbest fucking post I've read today. Are you serious right now? This dude's basing, if you're a guy or girl, based on the angle of your arm? Because obviously, women can never extend their arms all the way. That's insane. That's only a guy thing to do. Yeah, this guy's an idiot. All right, this one I have to read like this. Tell me you don't know how women parts work without telling me. Someone on Facebook posted, if you have to use a lubricant with a lady, then she don't like you. No, that's again, bad woman's anatomy. There are some people that are built to be more than others. Like, what? Tell me you have never been with a girl then. I mean, there are times where if you don't like you, then for sure. What? Blondes are more fertile, apparently? Why blondes have high fertility? This is an actual written thing? What? Blonde hair is a sign of high estrogen levels? Okay, someone fact check that. I don't know if that's true. And accounts for men's strong attraction to blondes. Well, I'm gonna argue that a lot of guys don't like blondes. Some guys do, for sure. I've dated a blonde girl. One of my ex was blonde. Do I prefer blondes? Not really. I don't prefer either. I just prefer pretty girls. What the hell does the hair have to do? What? It is an indicator of fertility. And also, what if they dye their hair? Then does it matter? Like, what? It is an indicator of fertility and is the likely explanation of the phrase dumb blonde. Dumb blondes, so the joke goes, dumb blondes, so the joke goes, have high fertility and low mathematical reasoning. Or, like a seal, you just have no actual logical research that you have. What research is this? Literally, the next sentence says, research have shown. What research? Are you on BuzzFeed? Like, what's going on here? That teenage girls whose mothers took male hormones during pregnancy perform better in academic principles than other females. Who conducted this study? I need to know. And are far more likely to get into university. The other side of the coin is that girls that are described as less feminine in nature are more likely to have body hair. Or it's just a genetic thing? What are you talking about? I've met women that just genetically have more hair than other guys. What are you on? And also, to counter his argument, correlation does not equal causation. So there's a lot of... So then say, after a blonde's first baby is born, her hair darkens because her estrogen levels drops. It darkens even more after the second child. The reduction to... Is that true? Is why there are a few natural blondes after 30. Is that true? I'm curious about that one. In the Roman era, women that did things for pay wore blonde wigs as an advertisement for their trade, and this gave rise to the females that blondes have more fun. Where is this research from? Where are all the women who took male hormones during pregnancy? This literally does not happen. Testosterone is quite hard to obtain legally, especially as a woman. Yeah, what are you even, bro? I'm already done with this one. I gotta end it anyways because I have a flight to catch. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, while this video airs, I will be in California. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this like goofy Reddit read. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful one, and just don't be stupid. Do some research, guys. I love you guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.